rehearsals or practicing at home along with the backing tracks. So I usually leave like about 50% just open for improvisation, and it's kind of fun to come up with new stuff in the studio as well. You sit there, it's kind of great. It's the best sound you're ever going to have when you're in the studio and you've got everything set up perfectly and you're just playing along to the instrumental music that you've recorded. So I usually just come up with a bunch of stuff then. And the hard part is then that you have to go back and relearn that, because when you buy a record and you're a fan of the band and you hear those solos, you think, this is. You just when you see the band live, you want to hear those solos, so then I have to relearn them, and I usually have no idea what I've done. So that's how it works for me. Also, there are more professional musicians as well. Actually, I think Kerry King from Slayer, I think he can write notation in musical, and he writes all his solos down.
Are you the main songwriter in the band, or how do you go about songwriting in the band?
I think, I'm kind of the main musical sort of director or whatever of the band, but I do welcome everybody's ideas. Like our drummer Daniel's really into songwriting as well. He comes up with a lot of musical ideas on the guitar. And so I was writing a lot with my brother, so I like to collaborate with people. I don't like to write everything on my own, because when somebody else in the band plays something, that would trigger me to, I have a lot of ideas for arrangements and stuff like that. But usually about half of the music or more comes from.
Do you and Chris still hook up and jam sometimes?
We do what?
Do you still get together and
Oh yeah. Yeah, we still play together. We're neighbors at home, so he's not in the band right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. That'd be cool. I mean, he's my brother, so I love him, and he's an amazing guitar player. So I definitely like that. That'd be great. But you never know. He's been going through a few changes, and you can't force somebody to be in a band. It's only it's only music after all. I mean, you can't force them. We tried forcing him.
Did he inspire you to play? Who started first?
I started first, and then he just picked it up a lot quicker than I did. I had nobody to show me anything, so I was basically sitting at home playing along to records and just trying to imitate. I was playing along to stuff like I Maiden and stuff like that initially, and then I got more into stuff like Metallica, bands that were becoming popular. Metallica, Slayer, Megadeth. Just trying to play along to that kind of stuff. But Chris Moore had I also showed him a lot of stuff, so and then he caught up really quickly. Yeah, so he's a great player. But I think I still recommend that though for anybody who's playing guitar, to just play along with and anyway, when you're starting out, just to play along with your favorite records. I still do that, just play along to, it's fun as well, because you can figure out what tuning they're using, or it can be kind of hard as well to figure out what they're using, tuning wise maybe, but it's just fun. I usually come up with, you come up with your own alternative guitar parts to records that you like, or harmonies, just harmonize everything. It's just a good way of jamming, I think.
Yeah.
One of the things I usually recommend though when you start out playing is to just hook up with try to get a little band going. It doesn't have to be anything serious, but to jam with the drummer, as a guitar player anyway, to jam with the drummer and maybe a bass player, and to actually, because you can be the world's best guitar player in the bedroom, sitting on your bed with your, stereo delay and everything going on. But if you're not playing with any other musicians, and it's not really music, and I think I've seen a lot of players just kind of die on stage, early on, because they're not used to, and the pressure of playing shows, and when you put a strap of guitar on like this and stand in front of a crowd of people, like the adrenaline and everything is really fucks you up. If you're not, excuse my playing much, but if you're not used to it, because the adrenaline, you just get so pumped up. Now I'm used to it. But yeah, early on you just get so nervous and you're so self-conscious that you just mess up. So the earliest you start doing that, the better, I think. Putting yourself in awkward situations. Like this.
Tell you a little bit of
Silverwing is a melody that's kind of very... we haven't played that for years, so yeah. But anything else we're doing right now is we're doing a bunch of stuff from the Way to Set album. Yeah, we're playing tonight, so some of you will be there. Yeah, I won't give away too much. I think we're playing. It's a pretty good mix. Not so much stuff from the first 3 albums that we did with the other singer, because. It's a shame because we loved playing those songs, but actually when we play them, they don't get as good reaction because people aren't that familiar with that material. We're actually planning to re-record a selection of the songs from the first 3 albums with Angela and new members, and put that out, so then maybe people will be more familiar with those songs.
Sorry, with Earache Records, how you got a bit of a thing going on with royalties at the moment with old Carcass albums. Are you involved directly with that, with like Jeff Walker and stuff, or is that just like the re-releases that you guys are having trouble getting royalties with in that? Because I've read quite a lot about that lately.
Okay. No, actually, Jeff, I played with in Carcass. I know he's working on that stuff. I'm kind of doing this, so.
Yeah.
But I think they're probably due more money than I am.
Oh, okay.
That's always problems with record companies. I can, anybody who's in a band here, when you actually do get the opportunity to get signed or put a record out, you should invest the money in having a good sort of music business lawyer look at your So I was 19 and I didn't do that.
Yeah. Now that you're doing a big label with so many bands and it's back to back there.